HoloCure. They've added a little mouse thing, and I don't know how I feel about it. Just a sec. Oh, there we go. Now we have music again. Yes, I turn the music off when I'm doing farming because I'm watching something else, so I don't want to have too much audio going on at any given time. Alright, so since last time I've done... Well, I can probably show very simply. I've completed the armory, I've tested out all of the weapons, I've played around with a bunch of different things, different ideas for different builds. I've played a little bit more of some of the new characters, not too much more, because I have been progressively trying to get the fandom level higher on certain characters. To working more. I also did a fair few more achievements just to, you know, do the things, which yeah, there's some that are really silly, but disregarding that, today is going to be a day of playing more of the new characters and just general progression stuff, because there's nothing more for me to buy in the upgrade shop, and I'll have to do some character gacha later, but that money kind of comes in quite easily, and money builds are not actually that hard to do anymore, because fucking why not? So let's pick up from where we were left off on the list. I actually didn't get around to Aki. Oh, sorry, my back is fucking killing me. Oh, it's also really fun. I'm doing this in the middle of like my country being hit by a cyclone, so you know, the weather outside's not too great right now. Alright, let's see what the hell you do. Okay. Might be able to hit the thing by refunding shop upgrades. I'm probably able to. I'm honestly being lazy about that one because that's one of those ones that just might turn up eventually because I don't have upgrades to do. Right. When a target receives a stat debuff, there is a 50% chance that target takes 50 damage for each type of stat debuff they currently have. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Now there's that question of... Ooh, okay. Having to construct a bit of a build in my mind. Oh, they've colored the lifesteal stuff. Okay. Belly dancing. While moving, gain 1 stack of belly dance per second. If he stops moving, unleash a burst that deals 30% damage per stack. Okay. That... Sure, actually. Oh. Aromatherapy. Okay, now we get to see the last one. Targets within thing have a 50% chance to gain a debuff every 1.5 seconds. Each stack debuffs 10% of that stat up to 30%. Okay. That means that I don't actually need to worry about doing the debuffs for myself then. That's just a small radius though. You continually build Belladon's pretty much just one-shot boss. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. I don't really want to pick up the shackles yet because I don't have anything so far that actually benefit from it. But those shackles have been really, really impressive for what they can do. Okay, let's just get this upgraded more. Should find out what my special does soon, because I actually can't even remember. I have not upgraded any of my weapons, like, at all, good lord. Okay, okay, so the area increases. Good. Send 3. It died. Send 4, and then the awakened become a cross-shaped beam, increase damage and beam size of beam by 30%, has a chance to apply a debuff that reduces defense by 30%. Okay. This is actually a really cool ability. Also, this is a very cool way of rewarding like constant movement. But it's also very punishing the moment you stop moving. I was finishing up her HoloCure stream. No, it's all good, it's all good. I understand. I mean, hey, the point of these streams is more to be a background stream anyway, so I don't expect that huge engagement from people because, again, you make the content that you watch, and the content I watch typically is content I can put on the second monitor and kind of relax with and like watch while doing stuff. Either playing a game or doing work. So I like refuse to do any of that hypey shite. Like I'll do some stuff when like a funny moment occurs, but typically I take a bit more of a relaxed approach. Well then. Get that. Again, not going for money runs, so Halu's not a priority, which is always good. A little less stress because of that. Oh, it doesn't help that my back is actually really, really bad today. Guess I should have done the fucking electrotherapy stuff that I do earlier. Oh well. Let's get some tears. I'm gonna see how far I can build this up for now. I mean, there is like a couple of achievements for doing like a certain amount of damage at once. So, you know, we could always, I can see why, the other day, I think someone mentioned, that this character would probably be one of the best to get like that done. Because if you do it right, you can get the debuffs on them and then just slam this on like the final boss. And I'm pretty sure you're more than at the mark for that damage. God, can we get this to cover the entire screen? Now that's the real question with this circle. Okay, and then... what do we get out of this? Yes, I take one of these. Alright, well the circle's almost touching the edges of the screen, so getting somewhere. that's just the fire backwards one. I'm wondering if this would actually be good. Chance to stun enemies since the weapon is going so far out and it's such a big area that it affects. Oh, this is the green one. No, let's just pick it up for now. I'm not addicted. You're addicted. It's not an addiction because I can stop it at any time. I'm just gonna do it all the time. Okay, let's just do that. Good God, already there's a good bit of money sitting around. Now I want to get the fucking super chat so I can just pick this all up easy. And, you know what? Fine. We do already have some healing. God, the poor enemies squished in that corner. Okay. Ooh, this is when you're really gonna focus. There we go. Through it without issue. God damn, another Stambiago. No, I don't want that. Ooh. Sit up a bit better. It's painful. But no, I've been really loving the update so far, and I also appreciate the developers for constantly like putting in the work to upload hotfixes and such. Which is... sounds like, oh, duh, they should. It's like, yeah, but we're also talking about fairly indie level stuff. It's difficult to actually sort that sort of stuff out. try and one-shot the duck. Let's try and one-shot the duck. And one-shot the duck! How fucking hard to kill this goddamn duck? Or did I need to be closer? Maybe I needed to be closer. Hey, there we go. This was the main one I was looking for. No, I don't want to kill it. Good God. That's a lot of particles on screen. I was not impressed with that, was it? Oy. Guess we've got to build up way more of this belly dance. Let's finish this off. I like doing my greedy plays. Greedy plays always end up with really bad answers, but it's really fun nonetheless. So what the yeah, we'll try and get this. But yeah, like I guess this kind of just entices a status element-y sort of build. Still not 100% sure how I would better build it in the future, but I think more or less like what I've got now is more than adequate. God, you know, that reminds me of something that I really want to fix in my game. That I was just randomly, I just realized there was something that I was struggling with last while that I've just not gone and fixed. I really should go fix it, but I will do that later today. Oh, I've got my orientation today for my next degree, which is going to be interesting. I have to say, like, I'm interested to see what this one's like, because it's a different organization that does this one. Now, I was going to double check. Finish and then complete a class before March if you wish to graduate. I mean, I've already graduated once with a bachelor's, so it's not that I don't know how to do a degree. I've done that. What I do I'm not looking forward to fully with this is because it's got a lot stricter stuff for this organization, for its rules. And so attendance, for example, if it's anything below 97%, you could potentially not be allowed to graduate. And if it's below like 87, I think, or something like that, even with special allowance and all that, they will just tell you to get out. And this, and since it's in a different city to me, I have to do it all online. So this means I have to be at my computer every time for each of the classes with no lateness, no anything. So if I ever have a technical issue, I'm kind of fucked. What did I want to merge with that again? Whichever of those two comes up first. Well, that's the answer to that. That one came up first. Oh, what do we get? Super body pillow. You know what? I haven't actually got this achievement yet. Fucking pain picker. But yeah, like, there's a lot of stuff with this degree that's going to be... Okay, not to toot my own horn or anything, but... So, I used to do a lot of IT work, as jobs, as everything like that. Like, I made myself quite a name as well. Inside the industry over here in New Zealand for a portion of time, though that name's disappeared since, because I've been gone for like quite a number of years. Now I haven't done coding really since. It's just how it is. Life didn't really allow for it. Now this degree I'm going to go do is a software engineering one, and to give an idea, this one's a lot more orientated around like video games and such. Right now, I've probably very close to being able to say I produce a game that's equivalent to the level that it would teach me how to make. Hell, I was probably able to do that back in high school. But the point is that it means that now I can claim legitimacy over that. And that's the entire purpose of doing this course, because there might be a few things I miss and that will help fill out those gaps, but I don't know what I'm doing in Bachelor of Science, Computer Science. Haven't really coded that much. It's... yeah. I've done jobs for a very long time at a very high level. I had to learn quite a variety of languages to keep up with everything. Like, at one point in time, I was pretty much the sole contributor to a lot of things. I cannot stress enough, like, I had to, while making the game that I'm making at the moment, in the early stages I had to constantly get help from a mate of mine that does a bit more active coding than I do, to resolve a few problems that I just couldn't quite wrap my head around. But now, like, I'm only going really to him for, like, issues where you just can't see the answer, but the answer's obvious. Because you've been staring at the code for too long. So, it's not that often, and normally it's just like, hey, try this. Like, which I do that to a lot of people, even when I wasn't coding, because people would respect my, statements in that field. Like, keep in mind, I grew up with bloody DOS computers and shit like that. So, it's no stretch to say, like, I'm just inherently got that advantage when it comes to how computers work. As well as my brain's like that very math nerdy thing. Haven't had a job yet. Doesn't help that I've been hit with health issues since 2020. Yeah. I can't say it's easy. In fact, I could say very much the opposite. It's not easy. I will say that I didn't have too much of an issue with it, but that's because I've dealt with a lot of training, a lot of being told you're not great, so and I go and do the research myself. A really big example of this is the fact that I was doing like high-end biology research back in my primary education years. Like, I've always been very research focused and get ahead because of that, but like, there's a portion of time where I could have easily switched code at any point, and it could have been between Python, C++, JavaScript, and... oh, what was the other one? Oh, HTML. I think it was HTML... something like that. Oh, that's encouraging. Look, you want me to sugarcoat it? It's difficult, but it's also one of those things that you need to work at it. Like, everything's difficult to begin with. But also, in saying that, never say you can't do something. Because the moment you say you can't do something, you've now shut off any option of learning how to do that thing. I figured as such, yeah. It's, like, again, it's just that whole thing of, it's... like, I just like those wiki people that just go, like, if you, like, believe in yourself. No, fuck that. You don't need to believe in yourself. Just be good. Believe in being a better version of yourself. That's valid. if you do that, then you keep strive for that improvement. Don't fucking bitch around going like, oh. I know I'm being very harsh right now, but I'm also very harsh individual. Point is, don't say you can't do something. Leave that to a professional in that field to, after you've attempted it, to tell you otherwise. Even then, still don't shut it off as a thing to learn from. Because if they tell you, well, you didn't do this successfully, then ask them pure and simply, well, how would I go about doing it successfully next time? And boom, you've learned. It's that whole strive to be a better version of yourself. But also, yeah, in IT field, don't expect the job to just fall on your lap either. You gotta go find those, because that job market's getting more and more populated. That's just not a free ticket to getting an answer. Both of these result in a weapon combination. Which one? But yeah, like with the job I did, I mean that was back when most of those jobs I did were back when you didn't really need to have a degree to do computer engineering work. I'm not going to deny it's kind of scummy to say that, and that's why like I've not got a degree for it, because I've not had to have a degree to do most of the work that I've done. But that's why, again, this degree is going to be a lot of formality and just going through and doing it, which is why it's going to be it's going to be really, really difficult to do this degree, because it's just going to basically be trying to find an argument not to just leave and not turn up to a day or two. But I kind of like that. Yeah. Okay, fun fact, right? And again, this is coming from someone that literally studied education, and job stuff around it and all that. Fun fact, if, getting a degree, okay, this requires very precise phrasing, so give me a moment. Getting a degree is really bad for your CV. Having a degree is good for your CV. What I mean by this, the time spent getting a CV, getting the degree, tanks your CV, because that's, say, a few years where you're not working at a full-time thing, not getting that large-scale experience that they want, or those connections that will get you further in life. It is, in a sense, inherently detrimental until you have the piece of paper, but it still doesn't fully equalize. However, it gives you more opportunities to try and go against. Best bet, if you're wanting to go into anything to do with computer science or IT or just in general programming, best bet is to try and construct a portfolio with the stuff that you've done for your assignments, doing stuff off to the side, like the games that I'm making at the moment off to the side. Those are going into my portfolio for while I'm doing this degree, because that means that once I come out of this degree, I might have a couple of games under my, like a handful of games under my wing. And I can just go like, see, I made all of these, and I've also got a degree that says that I know what I'm talking about. And immediately that just made you a lot more desirable. That is how you get ahead in the job seeking stuff. So that's my big advice, if you want actual advice and not just kind of my random conjecture that I've been spouting. Again, like, I have some authority in some of those fields, but it doesn't mean that I know everything. God knows I'm very out of touch with a lot of things. When it comes to modern day expectations of IT workplaces. To be fair though, from the sounds of it, they haven't actually improved all that much since I was doing stuff. So it's quite possible that that's actually not changed that much and it's all fucking terrible still. Not to scare you, but the old expected long hours and having to fix other people's mistakes and fixing your own mistakes and then getting yelled at for other people's mistakes. Managing positions were so much fun. Okay, well I think I got the achievement for the damage. Just applied a couple of debuffs and removed the boss. Yeah, I got both. I've got the the deal over 10,000 damage in one attack. It's not bad at all. That was what, first run with her? Yeah, it's pretty interesting character, I have to say. Had an algorithm professor say that after a bachelor's degree, you think you know everything. After a graduate degree, you know nothing. And after your master's, you realize nobody knows anything. That's about right, honestly. Like, doing your bachelor's, you think you're hot shit, right? Hot take for anyone that's not happy about this stuff as well. Hot take, when you're doing your bachelor's degree, you think you're fucking doing, like, you're in the trenches, you're doing the work. It's difficult, there's a lot more to it. Postgraduate stuff, so your diplomas and your masters and your doctorates and all that sort of stuff, anything post that, that's actually when you hit the trenches a fair bit more. And actually start realizing that no, study is actually a lot more difficult than you might think. You thought, oh, bachelor's, I've started, got a rhythm going, I've got a technique going, I got this, I'm good, let's go, fuck yeah, and then just postgraduate hits you like a fucking isekai truck. And it's just, then you're all of a sudden sent into a spiral. Look, university's not for everyone. Doing postgraduate's not for everyone either. Like, I consider doing a master's for the bachelor's that I have at the moment, but I decided against it because it was just going to be another 2-3 years of a lot of pain for something that's actually not really going to give me a better job opportunity. Well, no, correction. It'll give me better job opportunities by a small margin, but for the amount of effort that I'll be putting in and the amount of time I'm not working because of it, makes it just not feasible. As well as I'd prefer to work before doing a postgraduate, because then that means that you can get some experience in the field and actually have a bit more authority when you're speaking. Right, creative reload. Setting, cool. Okay, it's got to drop. Need to keep that in mind. If you're not prepared, postgraduate can lock you out of positions for being overqualified unless you're ready for independent study. Yeah, you've nailed as well another thing with that. Duck Whisper, create a sound wave every 10 seconds that deals 100 damage. Damage increases up to 400 and may cause stun the closer the target is to the center. Okay. Interesting. God, that's a lot of damage this early. I mean, okay, real fucking hot take time. On top of what all the hot takes I've done so far, right? You're ready for like sheer depression for a moment? If you're looking to actually earn money, getting a degree is actually just the worst idea. What you want to do is be a tradie. So you kind of like your builder contracting and plumbing, all sorts of stuff like that. You want to be a tradie. Because in those jobs you earn what you put in. And then what you can do is with that, since you're an independent trade normally, you can quite easily earn enough money to buy property, and then you can start owning multiple properties, generating income via that, and you're set. Well done. That is actually how you earn money nowadays. That is the most guaranteed way of earning money. The only difficulty is you'll need to find someone that is willing to apprentice you for long enough that they'll either give you the company or you're capable enough to go make your own. That is how it works. There's the reason why you see multiple tradies in multiple areas, like in the same area, I should say. That's how you actually make money. But is that what you want to do? Probably not. But if you actually want security, that's probably one of your best bets. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Oh, gain two handcuff every 10 seconds, up to 4. When attacked, use one handcuff to arrest all targets within 60 pixels, instantly defeating non-boss targets. Okay, that's so fucking weird mechanic. You know, I apparently scared a lot of kids when I was doing my degree with that statement about the tradies. Because like a lot of them were reconsidering whether they should be doing their degree, and I'm like, if you're reconsidering whether you should be doing your degree because of money purposes, you shouldn't be doing a fucking Bachelor of Arts. Bachelor of Arts is the degree that it like is just like you got a degree for the titleage of having a degree, not actually putting in work. And to anyone that goes, oh, but I put in work, it's like you realize that that basically is you saying that you would never be able to do another degree because it would be too difficult for you. Sunny Optimism, plus 5% haste. When taking damage, there is a 20% chance to gain 1 optimism, max 10. If HP reaches 0, gain 2% HP and 0.5 seconds of invulnerability for each stack of Holy shit, that's so good! I'm sorry, that's legitimately the best, like, resurrection effect that this game has ever created. All other resurrection effects are so fucking garbage. Trying to get the very last things. Digestible steps, finish degree, get driver's license. My health has been holding me back on that. Finish an album for music on side. Also want to learn Blender. There's a lot of good tutorials for Blender nowadays, so you've got a good shout with that, like just via YouTube and shit. I remember I tried to learn it at one point, and god, that was fucking nightmarish. But that was like 10 no, I don't think it was quite 10 years ago. Something like that. Maybe it was. Oh. I'd say between 10 and 7 years, somewhere in that range. I can't quite tell for certain. But yeah, at the time, like, there was just no support. If you wanted to learn something like that, you had to learn that yourself. There was no tutorials around or anything. But nowadays, there's a lot of really good tutorials on YouTube. I know a couple of people that have been playing with Blender recently, and learning, and like there's a donut tutorial, I think it was. And it looks really, really good. It looks like there's difficulty getting through the initial stages of it. Once you kind of get to understand it, it's only limited by your creativity, so. At the very least, figure out audio analyzers. I've taken music tech classes and the extra electives. Oh, that's cool. I mean, my knowledge with all of that sort of stuff's kind of a bit weird. I know how to set up an entire stadium sort of thing. Like, I can do that, but my musical expertise has definitely gone very much in tanked since really early on in my life. Because I actually used to do guitar and piano and such like that, and I just never kept up with it. And I'm actually genuinely quite sad at myself for never doing that. Hit them by 3 and increase damage by 20%. Oh, okay. Like, I've got a keyboard in my cupboard, like literally next to like a electronic keyboard. And I tried to get back into it, but I couldn't fucking remember enough, and it was just a little too difficult. Okay, so what's the Awaken? When baseball is initially thrown, gain bonus damage of 100%, but this bonus reduces over time. So it actually, it's pretty good. So a lot of like point blank range with this character. Used to play sax in college, 2 years, but again, hell taken. Had to drop band, yeah. It always sucks when that sort of stuff kicks in. Like, while I don't know exactly where you're coming from, I kind of have an idea as well. My sister's room. Also do production in a DAW. Oh, cool. Yeah, see, way more fancy than me. Also, I'm not gonna lie, the fact that you're just like casually dropping you did sax at one point, fuck you. I love sax. I'm a fucking huge fan of the sax. But I could never do any wind instruments because of my own health problems. And genuinely that makes me really sad. But no, like, fucking good on you for being able to do it. I know it has a bit of difficulty with it. Not gonna lie, the rework to plushie, right? So I haven't actually talked about this on stream because I didn't realize it'd been reworked. It's really nice. I like this change to plushie. Let's see. I mean, since this character, since Subaru's got... When I was young, both my brother and did trumpet, but I hated the buzzing of brass instruments, so I chose sax since it's not brass, but yeah. That's fair enough, honestly. I learned acoustic guitar when I was really young, and piano when I was a bit further along. And not to fucking toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot my own horn for a little bit. No, I was pretty good at both. I got much further along than my classes in it, but that's just because I'm kind of one of those mentally disabled geniuses. I do really well with a law, but then I fuck up the generic stuff in between. I'm really pissed now understanding education to the extent that I do, when the amount of times I heard from a teacher, oh, he's too far along for me to teach. It's like, you do realize that's why I fucking struggle, right? Then when I put in an assignment that's like really fucking trash, they're like, what's wrong? Were you not feeling well? It's like, no, I just didn't understand the way to get... That's not like you. Well, fuck you. I'm 7. I still need to be told things. 3. I'm fucking pulled out of goddamn classes because I'm too good in them, so I have to go do other stuff. Goddamn. I'm an avid procrastinator. Yeah, my partner's an avid procrastinator, and it fucking pisses me off so much. Because, like, I'll be doing all my work, and I'll be pacing myself and all this sort of stuff, and she'll come into my office while I'm doing this, and it's like, hi, how's everything going? And I've gotten to the stage where I'm like, where are you at with your assignment work? Or with your work that you're doing? She doesn't quite appreciate that for some reason. Who would have guessed? Apparently calling her out's not, but yeah, like, it's just, I don't know, I've worked a lot on pacing, so I can do shitload of work and then take breaks at the respectable times, because back when I was actually working, I very much didn't do that. I would work until I physically couldn't anymore, and then I would deal with the repercussions, recover, and then get back up. Do not do that. Parents asking how far along I am with that incomplete class I have to finish. Yeah, I don't have any good advice for that other than being honest, but I know that that's not easy. In fact, I would never do that with my parent, but that's because of different reasons. I would prefer to be able to sleep in the house that day. No, again, just eloquently the word saying I'm making progress, but I still have more work to be done in it. Something along those sorts of lines, I guess. Look, you're allowed to go at your own pace. It's just make an effort. It's spreading out work, attempting using planners and calendars. That's a good shout. I personally never did that stuff, but that's just because, like, to give an idea, my body clock is really, really good at shit. And I pace things out on a very small scale that would just never work for actual planning. Like, I'll make some general thoughts in my head going like, okay, I need to complete this by this date. But I would normally, again, I kind of work invertedly. I work on my goals for a day. To avoid 0 days, I have, at the moment, to give an idea, my goal every day, I have 2 goals. Okay, let me correct. I have 2 goals every day at the moment for the game that I'm making. The first goal is to open the program. That's it. Open the program in which I'm coding in. That's the first goal. By doing that, it means that that's an easy hill to get over. I just press a button and it launches. That means that that day is no longer a 0 day. That means that that day has actually accomplished something. It has finished one of my goals. My second goal is to complete a weapon at the moment. Now, I leave that very vague because that's the point. By complete a weapon, does that mean complete the art for it? Does that mean complete the code for it? Does that mean have it fully operational, or at least just the foundation of it working? There's a lot of open interpretation there, and that's the point. So that's my personal approach to that sort of stuff. Then I also have the argument of if you feel your mind wandering while doing work, let it wander, because otherwise you're just going to be fighting and not optimally working. So work for a couple of hours, then you start feeling your mind wander, go play a game for like 20 minutes to 40 minutes, and that's kind of the pacing I have, and then go back to work. And then just repeat that cycle over and over again until you're done. Again, that's my recommendation, but I know that doesn't work for everyone. Because, again, everyone's different. You have to find your own way of accomplishing things. So. Please, for the love of God, take that as the right, honest truth of it all. Call it a session, yeah. I mean, I think that's enough. Again, to anyone that's wondering, like, by making every day that you work a non-zero day, it actually helps with motivation a lot. Because you feel a lot more engaged and motivated to keep going on a project that you've actually been successful in a little bit. Now, mind you, you shouldn't just only do like the bare minimum every day. The advantage of like by the first one being open the program, because I've opened the program, I'm now looking at it and I'm like, oh well, I might as well do something. Right? And that's why it's enough. No, I don't actually want it. Not at this stage, at least. God, I've been half paying attention to everything in this, and it's actually screwing me over. Not been getting many upgrades. Gotta take damage there. But again, take this as just advice. One person's advice. Do not take it as gospel. God knows that I'm not again, I don't know you specifically. Yes, you watching this. I don't know all of your habits. I don't know all of your details, all that sort of stuff. I can't make these decisions for you. These are your own decisions that need to be made to best suit your situations. The advantage of starting is getting the production inertia. Yeah. Only work for 5 minutes, and yeah, it's a very similar concept to kind of what I say. Like, again, having goals is always really, really useful. But just by making it opening the program, it means if you really have an off day, it's not the end of the world. Because, like, again, let's be honest, everyone has off days. Everyone has a day where you open that program and you're like, you know what, I actually really do not want to do anything. I do not feel like this. And I've had those days occasionally. Like, I'm not fucking perfect in any stretch of the imagination. God knows I'm not. But again, that's why, like, I am suggesting what I am suggesting. Or advising. Again, it's advice, it's not a legal reason, it's advice. Sticking myself in a bloody corner, good lord. Yes. God, yes. Definitely want the goddamn tears. Sorry, I've been focusing a little bit at the moment just because the run is being very painful. And boss difficult. Oh god, this is gonna hurt. Stop using your disease as an excuse. Yeah, I'm of a really terrible mentality when it comes to that sort of stuff, where just kind of like, look, everyone's got their own problems. Everyone finds a way of getting around their own problems. I know this. Okay, I'm gonna stress, I don't mean this in a negative, horrible way. I'm trying to say this in a positive way, which I know is very difficult in some regards. But what I kind of mean is along the lines of, look, again, everyone's got their issues that they've got to deal with, and you cannot know another person's issues because they've got different experiences which inform those problems differently. One, like the whole temperature thing's a good example. What could be hot to one person could be cold to another. Just because what, like 30 degrees Celsius, right, is extremely hot for my country, yet that's pretty generic for a lot of other countries. In fact, I've heard a lot of times it's like, oh, that's a cold day, and like, that's a winter day. It's like, cool, but also that's not the point. It's hot to me. The best bet you've got is to figure out when is it hot for you, and then make a kind of judging, like a judgment bridge, and go, okay, yeah, it does suck. Sympathy. Empathy. These are things that need to be acknowledged. But also at the same time, just going, oh, well, it's because of this, is just, at the end of the day, an excuse. Like, I've got enough medical problems to fill out a fucking small thesis with. And fuck it, I can actually reference a mate of mine that's got an even fucking harder time than me. He's got shit going completely fucking whack to the extent that he's actually famous amongst his country's doctors as a incurable individual. He still does stuff. He's gotten a job in recent times. He's getting along with things. He's doing his own stuff. I have another friend that lives in the same city as me. He went to do a graphic design course, and his file got corrupted right before a final moment, and it left him no time to recreate it, which meant that he failed. And it meant that he got kicked out of the course, which meant that he got left with all of that debt of doing a course and no degree or anything like that to do it, answer it. And he still struggles with that sometimes now. Like, we avoid talking about it because it's difficult, but he's still moving on. He's still doing stuff. He's trying to figure out ways of improving his life in his own way. I aspire for that resilience. It's a resilience that's very hard to achieve, and just aspiring for it is a huge step. It's not easy to, like, it's easy to say, oh yeah, I'll do that. That's easy. I can do that. I can do what that other person does, but it's harder to actually do it. So, and that's why, again, I cannot stress the fucking hardest part of it is to find a way to do it that also works for you as an individual. because it's not good. Any idea does not work universally. Well, outside of stabbing someone in the heart, that's pretty universal. Aha, comedy. Murder. You know, I had a fucking moment the other day where my partner was starting that whole, like, the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and I fucking cut her off with the fastest way to a man's heart, and I just was like, it's through the third and fourth rib. Which, fun fact, yes, that is true. I mean, alien species with multiple hearts. You know, that's fair. I'll accept that. I mean, if we were to make that argument, there's already species on the planet we're on, which stabbing them in the heart would not be fatal. Because they've got other options and other things to survive. If we talk human-wise, then it's pretty consistent. Like, if I stabbed a human in the heart correctly, not like fucking bitch ass like TV show ways, then there is a good shout that I will kill them. That's a near guarantee. Squids and multiple hearts. I mean, we could start going into multi-organism things. Like, you've got jellyfish that would genuinely not give a single shit, because they're basically immortal. Am I immortal? God, I do no fucking damage right now. Fucking die. Okay, so I've got the negate thing, so does this mean that this doesn't lose me coins? Yeah, it doesn't. It gives me attack and damage reduction, by the way, the membership, so it's actually quite nice for the situation. Populations can get out of control pretty easily. Yep. And by all of their genetics, they're a fucking insanely scary and creature. But haha, it's a jellyfish. They're dumb. They're not that smart. They're just a fucking plastic bag. You never been like a plastic bag. Sorry. I mean, like, there's theorized fucking massive as ones out in the ocean. Then again, it's theorized that fucking everything's out in the ocean. Oh god, that goes up more levels than that. Okay. God damn, that goes all the way up to 50%. It's not bad. sometimes simplicity works. I mean, that's the same thing with sharks, same thing with large reptiles like the alligator and crocodile. Like, they're relatively unchanged, and the fact that the alligator and the crocodile are from two different areas of the world, and they basically evolved to being the same thing. With differences, mind you, quite a lot of differences. They don't share all that much genealogy. But the point is that, like, by theory, it just goes to show that they're actually a almost perfect creature. Why evolve when you're already perfect? God, that sounds like a fucking villain from some fucking cheesy anime. Is that fucking Aizen from Bleach? Get this. Okay, lava buckets are maxed out. Woohoo. Don't know, quite haven't gotten into anime. Ah, don't blame you. It's not for everyone. It's okay. Let me just have a quick rant about something for a moment. I know this has been a very ranty, advisey, philosophical thing so far this stream. Okay, I fucking hate like the weird stigmatism shit that goes on between like, oh, live action, oh, anime, oh, movie. They're all different forms of media consumption. They're different mediums in which it's done. There is different traits to each one, so it is fair to not like one or not like another. However, inside of anime, there is at least 3 different kinds of key points in anime, right? You don't need to know anime well to understand what I'm explaining, by the way. So there are 3 different types of anime that truly exist. There is a original creation, a light novel adaptation, or a manga adaptation. Now, technically there is more than that because there's webtoons, but they kind of come under manga adaptation. So what these do mean is there's different ways of telling story. Ways to tell fantastical, fictitious stories. Yeah. So the weakness of manga anime is that it is still very dialogue heavy. So there'll be a lot of conversations in the middle of fights, but it's a little bit more dynamic. Things get shown different ways, things get shown in movement. But also in that same time, it's still pretty meh. And you can get situations where the manga was originally written by someone that just did good art, which means that the characters are kind of shite, or you had someone that did it the other way around and was really good at story but not good at art, and then it just looks like, then the anime's kind of cool for that because it can potentially fix that issue. But yeah, light novel adaptations are fucking painful most of the time, because the problem is they are extremely dialogue heavy and are not dynamic in any regard. What this means, if a conversation is happening, it will show character A who's talking, then it will switch to character B when character B is talking, then the camera will switch back to character A when character A is talking, but maybe at a slightly different angle. And then it will just do this for conversations, and these will happen more than once per episode. I'm not saying it can't work, I'm just saying it's really fucking painful when it does, because it disregards the strength of what anime is. Now, you've got the final one, which is anime original, and they're not constrained by these problems. They're often normally really good, because they're just a story written to work within the medium that they're good at. Now, why does all this matter? This is equivalent to when you saw your favorite book adapted into a movie and you sat there and like, man, I want to kill the director. What the fuck have you done to my story? This is nothing like it. You fucking ruined it. Now, I'm not condoning saying such things because that is kind of fucking rude and horrific to say. There is a strength in doing show, not tell. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff late, but that's the weakness that a written story has to deal with, is it has to kind of tell you. In a light novel, it has to tell you everything because there is no showing. There is a sense, we could make an argument about how in writing there is a way of making the reader create the imagery themselves and leave it at that, but we're not going to go into that. We're just talking about foundational stuff right now. So with that being the case, that means there's not that much of a difference between anime and like live action or Western stuff. Okay? So I've already pissed off a bunch of people with that statement. However, there is a difference. The difference is that, pure and simply, I think the best example is with fights in anime versus fights in TV shows. They can accentuate actions that can't feasibly work. They can bend and contort a human being's physiology in a way that can't be feasible, but it accentuates the point. It shows how much power is going into something. But provide something new and exciting. Yeah, and welcome to one of the biggest problems that often occurs. The smartest adaptations I've ever seen are ones that deviate from their original material to better fit the media that they're in now. There's a couple of series I can reference this, and the fun fact is almost all of them are some of the most popular series that are around. It's almost like there's a fucking correlation. I want to stress, by the way, I do not just watch anime or anything like that. I consume a fucking lot, and I mean a lot of content from a variety of different styles, because I find that really useful for coming to understand the strengths, weaknesses, and seeing all these different forms of story, seeing advantages you can learn from. Why did this media do this, like this form of media do this, and why isn't it done in other ones? Because I do like my stories, and I'm a huge critic at heart, so I like analyzing things like this. Also, I want to stress, when I say that stuff, I'm not saying, oh, this one's better than another. Again, it's kind of difficult to do that sort of analysis of saying one's better than another. I'll always say that, but also at the same time, you can tell when something has had more effort put into certain aspects of it. Like with Final Destination, more effort was put into how fucking stupidly elaborate the deaths were than actually writing good characters. Actually writing characters at all, let's be honest. They basically took them off the fucking back of a cardboard box and were like, you know, they'll do. Oh, he's being mean to my favorite movie. Sorry, I know I get very opinionated, but I also try and I want to point out, these are my opinions. You do not have to follow them. You do not have to agree with them. You can quite happily disagree. In fact, if you disagree, that's cool, because it means that you've got your own opinion. And if you're able to articulate it in a good fashion, I would be quite happy to hold a discussion with you. But if you're just gonna go, you're wrong, fuck you, I like this, and not give me any rationale behind it or anything like that, then you're just being a bigot. And nobody likes a bigot. God, the difference of not having Halo for the enemy count is really fucking starting to be noticeable to me in these last few runs. Because fun fact, when I'm not streaming, I almost always run Halo as early as fucking possible. In fact, re-rolling it for sometimes. Mostly familiar with Western animation. Family comes to me to binge The Office though, when I was couch bound. That's fair. I know a lot of people enjoy The Office. Personally, I struggle a lot with those sorts of comedy medias because I don't think your jokes should exclusively run on things that I've seen in the workplace and are really fucked up. But I can see the appeal of the series nonetheless. I just personally can't enjoy it because I've seen some of that stuff myself in real life, but non-comedically, and it just makes me feel very uncomfortable. Shit. I suck at dodging these ones at this stage. Oh, we won the round. Because I know there was it Megastore was another American one I saw that I watched it for a few episodes, and then there was just a joke overarching an episode that just made me feel very uncomfortable, and I can't deal with it. With some of the new items and character skills and stamps, I think there'd be more potential of finding endless run material. Yeah. I mean, like, most of these runs I've been doing have been just stage ones to get the fucking stamps ticked. But I will definitely say that endless runs are definitely probably way better and way more feasible and way more options. But they're also really fucking long. Because they're technically not 30 minutes. Fun fact, yeah, fucking, your run's not 20 minutes. Your run's more closer to 30 minutes, normally. If not longer. Because you have to take into consideration all the time that you've been paused for when selecting your upgrades and all that sort of stuff. Which ends up actually accumulating quite a bit. Next character on the docket would be... So yeah, I've played you. Okay, so it's just those two left. Wonder if some new metas will be found. I'm damn sure of it at this stage. Like, the fact is that most of my builds that I have done in the past have changed already with this update. And they've become way more consistent and way more powerful. Big ass, fucking needle ass. Look at that shit. I know this is one of the, like, the early teased characters, so... Demon Whisper. On a crit, there is a 20% chance to charm one target, max 5, to your side to help for 8 seconds. Targets gain your attack and speed? I talk of Blacksmith Scare and Credit Card. Yeah, every run I was doing off camera had those. Like, your endless runs now have a shitload of utility items, very specific ones. And then the weapons are the things that change per character. Because you get okay, let's see if I can remember off the top of my head. No, I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to look at the list. Give me a sec. I'll pull it up just to make this fucking easier. Okay, so in my kind of view, every endless run would have credit card, Halu, plushie, nurse's horn, study glasses, super shadow, and blacksmith's gear, right? Yep. Like that's basically every build. Nurse's horn's the one that gets switched out from time to time. But no, like, credit card and blacksmith's gear is actually just such an insanely good combination now. God damn, there's a lot of peers. Nurse, all heals may become crit heals, healing 1.5% of the amount. On crit heals, nearby targets also receive a heal, taking crit damage. Fuck. And cooking, cooking targets may drop cooking supplies every 10 supplies, make a dish to heal 20% and gain a 10% crit damage stack for 10 seconds, max 30%. God damn. Okay. Like most endless runs in the past used to be about defense plus healing, now but no wonder there'd be any tag-based builds, knockback-based builds. Yeah, I have to wonder about like the knockback stuff and things like that, because like knockback, I haven't played with a huge amount yet. But I can see some options there. I do think that, okay, in the nicest sense, this sounds kind of mean maybe to the game, but like, okay, items being fully utility, that's always the purpose of them. The purpose of an item is to offer as much utility as possible, so you want to get as much utility. Halu offers a really weird utility because it increases the amount of enemies that spawn, which by contrast multiplies how much the glasses are worth and how much the blacksmith, the credit card works. Because more enemies are spawning, so more chance for the anvils to drop. Then blacksmith gear makes those anvils twice as effective. So already we've got 4 items that work synergistically with each other in such a potent way. Especially when you're talking scaling. Because not only that, but the blacksmith's gear also improves how much it actually does improvements by in post level ups. Something that isn't kind of the case naturally. So yeah, at the moment the game kind of lends itself to very utility orientated, and defense typically is also offered with a lot of the utility options. Or I would consider it more survivability, really. Okay, the difficulty increase of Halu. Really? Really? You know, now that you say that, I think you're right. God, I would never want to take those two in conjunction then. Because that takes away this one of the best part. Like, okay, hot take, the best part of Halu is the enemy increase, not the fucking money that you get out of it. The money you get out of it's nice, and it makes it really, really good for endless runs. But honestly, I'm not certain, but I think so. No, I completely concur. The moment you said that, like, it makes sense, because I believe it might be a negative effect. I could... Has the wiki added that info? Let's go look. We're looking for the shackles. Here we go. The item the shackle interacts with includes Gorilla Paw, Injection Type Asakoko, Breastplate, Energy Drink, Face Mask, Stolen Piggy Bank, and Membership. So no, it does not interact with Halu. There you go. Thank God, because otherwise that would have been a horrific combination. Because, yeah, again, you pick Halu for the enemy increase. And if you're telling me you don't, then you don't understand why you're picking it. The money thing's really, really nice, but it's the enemy increase in the later stages is what you really want it for. Because it gives you way more EXP. Stab him twice with the needle. Nice. Fucking jab you of shit right up the ass. Reduce time between attacks and increase damage. Stab 3 times with needle, and needle fires 25% far. Oh god, okay. And then awakens. Targets hit by the tip of the needle take 1.5%, 1.5 times damage. And critical hit, yeah. Having a fucking stroke, good lord. And critical hits have a 20% chance to heal for 5 HP. Not bad. This is a very interesting way of doing criticals. This is a healing and crit build. I don't think we've got a character that's quite like that before. Like, we've had healing and we've had crit builds. Not at the same time, I don't think. Honestly, I shouldn't have actually gone with the credit card there, it's because the build that I'm doing probably doesn't need it. these again are stage runs, not endless runs. I remember there's one stamp that amps crit damage. Probably want that. What, crit damage, fire rate, and area? Probably the stamps that I want. If we're being intense and picky. Okay, Iris half angel skill, his chance that crits could heal, so I guess that's a crit plus heal. True, actually Iris's crit heal. She's a really fucking strange character, to be fair. Because she gives herself crit chance, she gets healing off crits, she gets damage amp off healing, and it's very weird and wacky with her. I actually really appreciate like how wild her build is. By the way, just want to point out, she is strong as fuck now. Like when doing the run to get the soda, the Hope soda, fuck me, she is so good now that they've unlocked her weapon from being only horizontal. God, that's tempting, but no. Ah, they're fucking... Yeah. So it's actually phrased correctly. So it's not telling you... Okay, she can aim now, and rapid attack from the main weapon can activate stamp effects frequently. Yeah. She's honestly fucking top tier now. Like, I'm not saying she wasn't good before, but she's fucking amazing now. Oh god, it's a golden Yagu. Don't get to see golden Yagus all that often. Fuck, what do I actually want to build? Yeah. Okay, Gold Yagus only have 2 spawn chances in a stage. Around 5 and 15 minutes, and it's a 1-5 chance to spawn. Oh! did not know that. Okay, board. Okay. You know what, I'm gonna use a couple of eliminates now. Normally I'd be a lot more aggressive about my eliminates, but since I don't know the characters all that well, I'm trying to get a feel for them before I start eliminating what I think is bad. So potentially it's not. Fuck it, I'm just gonna do this. I'm greedy. Okay, so this, honestly, this build seems like for weapons you want lots of AoE. For items you probably just want utility and defense. Like, that's kind of just how I see it. I should have got rid of the pool there, by the way. My bad. Again, when I'm not constantly eliminating, I forget that I have eliminates. Just, I'm not used to a banish system in this game. I think I don't want it, but I don't think I want it right now. I guarantee some other weapons first. Yeah, I don't usually feel inclined to eliminate. I mean, also, you normally have enough options to get through. Again, like, this game has you inherently having 4 choices, which means that you are more likely to hit what you want to hit. And with that being the case, like, it's a good thing and a bad thing. Wow, I'm getting unlucky with a lot of things, huh? God damn, I'm getting... Okay, so overall, not too bad. So now it actually has a crit damage stat as well. That's important to know. You can actually see that. Instead of having to try and judge it in my head. Which, good lord, that would be difficult. I don't want that. I want this. This is a very weird way of playing a character, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm not even really in, like, okay, this sounds weird. In these games, normally you're not the one actually interacting really with the enemies, your weapons are and all that, but like, I feel like I'm just playing solitaire almost with this character. Like, I just need to tick my boxes and then move on. But yeah, so Halu, while it does have a red thing, it doesn't count towards the negate effect. From what I was reading. In the list. There you go. You can still get Shackle and Halu and you'll be fine. It doesn't screw that over. Though, to be fair, like, if you're doing that, you're really wanting a long-term build, which means you probably also want the EXP. So, if you're doing the Shackles, it means that you're giving up on probably the Anvils. Like Anvil and like Credit Card and Blacksmith. So, all them hearts, yeah. Wow, I'm getting fucking pretty unlucky right now. Like, I'm getting so much crit damage, and while I don't have great crit chance, it does mean that when it triggers, it just fucking deletes enemies. And it's common enough. It's what, a 1 in 5 chance for my crit to go off? The theory was that it kept the enemy count increase, but not their stat increase. But I checked too, and that's debunked. Yeah. There's no way the dev would allow for that sort of thing. Just say. Oh, you can't eliminate it for a reroll. Okay. I was actually kind of half hoping you could. Technically re-rolls the entire menu. I don't know why it's only one banish per thing. That does seem really interesting decision. I love how I'm converting the bombs now. Go bombs. Seek out destruction of my enemies. It's still the same level up though. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I can tell you exactly probably what the argument is. I'm quite fine with that. It's just, it's very strange because, like, again, how I consider handling rerolls in this in Game Maker means that would be, it would have to be an outlying thing that's already been pre-done. So it'd be as a separate tagline, and it would only reroll this function here. I don't want Halu this run because I'm just not going to be able to fit it I know exactly what last 2 items I want, and they're just not fucking turning up. Well, there's the area one that I said I wanted. There's the area cooldown and crit damage, I believe. Is the ones stickers I said that would be good for this character. Been a while since I did Game Maker. Brother and I used to play around with it all the time when younger, and I straight into digital media production. That's fair enough. I mean, this is coded in Game Maker. And I'm doing code in Game Maker at the moment, so... But my effective health would be insane right now, I'm going to be honest, because I've got a good chunk of damage resistance. Actually, that's one thing I'd love to see, is damage resistance put into that list. Like how much damage resistance I have. Now that there's so much that gives it. In the past, I can recognize the Game Maker prompt box in the... Yeah. High school box, yeah. It is, does have that stuff going for it. I should probably eliminate any of those. And I'll pick those. I mean, because of that, if I launch my game right now, my stream software will actually pick it up. Because it's technically the same client. Which I find that funny. Because I hardcode my... in the properties for my scenes and stuff like that, each of the properties are hard set. So specifically only this game will be captured, nothing else can be captured. Unless I say otherwise. Just realize I haven't upgraded this one at all. Oh, there's the crit damage one that I wanted. Okay. I don't want any of these. Oh. shackles, I can make use of that. And let's just eliminate this while it's there. That's all the eliminate's gone. Good god, there are so many, like, of the charmed enemies going around. This is actually really fun, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that they scale off my attack and speed is kind of funny. Cutting board maxed out's awesome. Finally, the fucking shackles. I have been wanting those shackles this entire time. That's why I took the fucking breastplate and the membership. Charming a Yagu. In game, of course. Yeah, in game. Oh, why? Where else would I charm? I'll charm Yagu into making me a VTuber. That's what I'll do. You hear that, Yagu? You gotta make me a VTuber at some point. Because I definitely need to be. My flesh tuber is running out of energy. Make me a VTuber. Again, I'm not against being a VTuber, but like also at the same time, like, okay, what changes if I become a VTuber? Nothing really. Like if I did that, then what changes is I need to have a much more intense setup. I can't play as many games. Like there's just more limitations for me than there are advantages. So as well as I can draw, I can't draw that fucking well. Like, I'm pretty sure I can handle the rigging and stuff. While there are independent VTubers, yeah. A fair few of them I follow, like Juniper. Which is a moth VTuber that is literally insane because she makes fucking models far too fast for her own fucking good. But like again, those independent VTubers, the best way to do that is to be able to make the model yourself. And if not, then you're spending, for me, I would be spending upwards of $1,000 to try and get everything sorted out, and I'm not doing that. Because like, if I was to do it, I would not be doing it for a low quality model. I'll do it for a high quality model. Again, it's not worth it unless you're really under a company or under a grouping, because otherwise it's just very expensive. And also the niche for VTubers has kind of run its course, and now It's not really a market that you can easily just kind of fit into anymore. You have to have a good reason to come into that market. It's not feasible any other way. No to the devil hat, yes to that, yes to that. Find the niche within the niche, or compete with everyone else. Exactly. Like, if you think that your content is that great and all that sort of stuff, then it would be great. Like, okay, I sound harsh on that, maybe. My streams are doing adequately. They're progressively increasing in the amount of viewership on average. The subscriber count is going up on average. The amount of likes go up on average. Everything's going up on average. Minimally, mind you, but nonetheless, it's going up. Therefore, this channel is adequate. This channel is nothing special. The channel is nothing great, but it's adequate. So I'm content keeping it the way it is. And it's also a hobby. I'm not intending to change it substantially because to fit any medium or demographic or anything like that. Maybe I'm harsh for that, but I'm also in it for the fun. That's why, again, like, I mainly do my stuff in a more relaxing tone. All that. I guess that's basically the main thing, is relaxing. Informative is also something I try and aim for, but that's also kind of my personality, is I'm very much I get fucking nicknamed the dad of most of the groups that I'm in. Partly because of age, partly because of mentality. I've looked after a lot of people in my life, so it just kind of works out. Yeah. There's the Hope Soda that I've been fucking wanting for the longest time. Now let's fucking see that crit damage get even more absurd. Be fun as well, though. I mean, like, exactly. Like, I stream what, 5 days a week for around 3 hours each time. It's still time consuming. It's still quite a lot of energy that's required for this. There's a lot of little random skills that you think aren't actually skills. Also, I'm taking that spider cooking. Fuck yeah. Because, like, fun fact, it is not actually that easy to just fill blank space with talking. As been seen, like, sometimes I'll just be quiet, and I really hate that. Because I think the worst kind of YouTubers out there, for me personally, are the ones that don't talk. There's nothing, like, you're watching their video and it may as well be a muted gameplay walkthrough, except every like 30 minutes you'll randomly hear someone speak and you fucking get a panic attack because you weren't expecting to hear anyone. This might not be a bad shout. Is this it? Yeah. Let's do that. Oh, it maxes out as 2, okay. But again, it's to each their own, has their own preferences on how they do their content, what kind of content that they watch. I just remember getting the advice at one point, or hearing the advice just casually of, do the content you want to watch. Because if you try and do content you don't enjoy yourself, then who the fuck's going to enjoy it? There's a reason why, like, at this point in time, there's only a handful of games I've never finished. Spawn was one of them where I just gave up on that because I just wasn't enjoying it. And it's fine not to enjoy every game. I could still see why that game was popular. I just wasn't enjoying it because I don't get anything out of horror-esque games. It was kind of laggy on my computer while streaming, and it was just really, really painful to get through a lot of areas because it was hard to dodge enemies because of that lag. So I was just like, it's just not fun. And watching me get progressively more and more irritated doesn't sound like a great time. Like, I watch a couple of streamers that do that, but normally, like, it's a constructed environment so that would happen, and it's fun because there's a lot more engagement going on. Oh, I'm just gonna watch that stream. I've not got enough popularity that I can put out anything and everyone that I have subscribed to me watch. Fuck it, I don't even have that now. I have 600 subscribers and most of my videos have like 20, 30 views. Maybe 100 if I'm lucky. But also view counts don't matter. I just use it as a gauging of like, oh, is people enjoying this? Then I might see why that's successful. And I'll implement more into that. Or lean more into that. Like, I'm never giving up my variety kind of approach where I play different games, and at the moment I'm only playing one duplicate a week, which is Yakuza, and I'm not going to stop doing that because I fucking love Yakuza. And the franchise is fucking massive, so it takes an age and a half to get through. God, I don't actually do that much damage to this boss, huh? There we go. Henry from HoloTempest discussed this, but horror games strayed from being lore/story driven and turning more into jump scare fodder because it appeals to more streamers. Yeah. And okay, hot take, not hot take, fucking thing that people might not like me saying because it's like, oh, it's not true. I don't actually get scared. I get annoyed. If I hear a loud noise, I just get irritated, like really, really irritable about it. So I remember like Outlast and all that sort of stuff. I never got scared once in those games, those sorts of games, and I just got progressively more angry and started not seeing the game anymore and just seeing what the situation was, which was like, okay, so I just need to get to this door. Or like I need to get this character, like I need to get my character to this door, and there is this obstacle and this obstacle, and they happen to be enemies, but I don't see them as enemies anymore. I see them as obstacles, and I don't get anything from them other than just like, okay, need to run this way, need to run that way, and I just get more and more annoyed. That's not fun. It's not fun to watch for anyone. Alright, I'm gonna refund all of these and see if I do actually get like a mil. There we go. Whoops. That's why I don't like roller coasters. I don't fear them. They just churn my stomach contents and make me feel sick. And then you vomit price hike food. That's fair. Like I enjoy thrills, but I don't get scared. Like, I'll not deny that, like, some of those rides still get my heart racing, but that's just because there's so much intensity and energy going on. And I appreciate some of that. But, like, the last time I could argue I got scared by a game was Dead by Daylight on release, and that was because they'd just done the atmosphere perfectly, and nobody understood what the fuck was going on. So it was actually quite, awesome, because you'd hear like the heart rate and your heart rate would almost match that heart rate. Now if I play it, that's not the case anymore. Now it's fucking bunch of sweaty assholes playing it and nobody wanted to do the thing called fun, because that's what video games are for, right? Not having fun. Okay, there we go. Repurchase everything. But no, like I completely get that sort of that approach as well to the whole roller coaster stuff. I mean, I'm not actually allowed to go on them. I'm not supposed to have my heart rate that high, because my heart rate's naturally really fucking high. So, also, like, my eyes are fucked as well, so. I love, recently I had to do another, like, I did a bunch of appointments, and one of the appointments was, an eye appointment. And they basically said, yeah, no, so, like, within a year, you potentially could be blind. I'm like, oh, thanks. Really appreciate that. Okay, there's one more character to play. Throw large spinning brooms and summon a giant Neko that runs around through the field in the aimed direction, dealing damage. Oh, there's also Matsuri. I haven't played her. I'll do with coasters now after the... Yeah. I mean, again, like, it's... I wouldn't say it's a wise idea to go out of your way to do that sort of stuff normally. Let's just play on the grassy plains. That room looks so fucking weird like that. Whee! Okay, Klutz. Gain 1 additional projectile to all multi-shot weapons, but there's a 40% chance the projectiles deal half damage. I'm not picking it up for now, I know. Sure. Helps the early game a little bit. Okay, so Cleaning Maid, increase pickup range by 20%. Targets within Aqua's pickup range take 10% more crit damage. Okay. Increase max HP by 10. If there are no targets within 75 pixels, gain 30% attack speed. Otherwise, gain 30% speed. Okay. Huh. I don't know how I feel about this character, I'm gonna be honest. In terms of activities, my fan plans to see the Blue Man group next week. Ooh. I mean, I feel horrible because it's, I think it's Valentine's Day today, and I have my orientation for my degree. So, me and my partner can't do anything for it. And this week's just going to progressively get more and more intense. So. It's a really annoying time like that. I do feel bad for it. Because I think she actually set aside today to be free. So I'm just a horrible person. I'm still in the 13th here in the States. Yeah, I mean, keep in mind in New Zealand, we're the second furthest ahead time zone in the world. So needless to say, yeah, I'm probably going to be ahead of you. It's about to turn 8 a.m. here on the 14th. Holy shit. So that's what that does. That was stupid. I like that. Okay, Nico Gerber. And Nico just feels like, yo, you all want to see me cosplay a train? What do you mean cosplay? Oh. Fucking the I like trains meme just come to my head. I like trains. Wait, no! The internet humor of so long ago now. God, fuck, how long ago was that? Actually, I don't want to get that answered. No, I'm gonna stop there. That's gonna make me depressed. Let's move on. I actually don't want the plushie, do I? No, I don't, because I don't want enemies near me to begin with. Be limiter. I won't seek the answer then, yeah. Okay, increase pickup range by 20%. I think I should grab that up now, because that means I can actually make use of all of this pickup range I have. God, it is getting fucking more wild out there, this goddamn weather. guess that's what I should expect from a fucking cyclone. Nah, I don't think I need shackles. I'm not gonna get rid of it, but I'm not gonna pick it up. Get more limiter, fuck it, why not? Now I pick up on the edge of the screen. Well, almost. I pick up range could be better. What is my range now? 470. I think isn't it like 600 or 700 you need for the entire screen? I think it's 600. Last month, the Siberian cold from the front plus hurricane aftermath dropped temperatures so much in the States. Oi. That does not sound pleasant. I mean, at the moment, it's not too cold, it's just shitty weather. But to be fair, I'm also wearing a jersey and got a blanket over my feet, so you know. No, it was at the end of December. I think I know what you're talking about, and I just can't remember myself either, because time moves weirdly. See, it does this thing called move forward, and I'm not used to that. God, that cat is so fucking derp looking. I love it. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Give me that speed and haste. Now where you're at. That's good. It's always better to go back to more reasonable temperatures. Throw 2 brooms. Now it's going to throw 3 brooms in total? Good lord. You know what? Flower sounds nice. Flower. Do that and get like the big full upgrade of it. wee fast. Don't really want Nurse's Horn, to be honest. More broom. I'm gonna sweep the floor with you. So bad. Oh fuck, you know what I just remembered, right? Going real far back to the conversation that was being had about adaptations. Like, story adaptations and stuff like that. You know what the perfect fucking modern day example of that is? It's goddamn The Boys. The original fucking material is interesting as a concept, but garbage as execution. And then the fucking series that they've released is actually fucking awesome. Also, it's great to have 2 Kiwis as leads. Yes, I have a fucking... I'm hyping it up more because it also has Kiwis as the leads of it. But to be fair, they're awesome. One of them we all knew was awesome. The other one was a little less well known for how awesome he was. And now he's just amazing. Throw 3 brooms. Targets have a 30% chance to become wet. Brooms damage is increased by 20% for each stack the target has. We're gonna make the enemy wet. Another thing to add to consider watching. Unfortunately, I procrastinate my TV watching too. That's fair. Oh, look, it's a really visceral show that has a lot of social commentary on media and American politics. So it is fun, especially for outside of America individuals. But the fact that you've got Carl Urban playing a key role in it is awesome. He's the fucking one of the best Kiwi actors ever to be fucking born. If not one of the best actors in the world. Nah, he's not that good. He's fucking good though. He does a variety of content as well. And then you've got Anthony as well, who plays Homelander. He's actually Kiwi. And he's so fucking fun. But they've done a really good job with a lot of things. It's enjoyable. I would say give it a... If you can manage to make it through the first episode with no problems, you'll be fine. You'll enjoy the rest of it. But I will say if you struggle with the first episode for a few of the things that happen in it, give it a miss. That's no blame on you for that. Everyone has their own things that they can deal with, and sometimes they're a bit much. Bloody diabolical. Hearing Carl Urban say a word I'm not allowed to say on YouTube, it's always fascinating. I love it. Because YouTube's based in the US, and the US don't like that word. But here in the rest of the world, we fucking think it's an endearing way of talking to people. I say endearing. You just call your mate, call it to your mate, call it to your friends, or call it to your enemies. Generally pretty tolerant. Oh, look. Most Americans I know don't get upset at that word much nowadays, which is the C word. But like over here, it's just used as a general word. Like, I would argue fuck has more like negative connotations with it than the C word does over here. If you ever wanted to understand why we get really annoyed at the fact that that word is censored and not meant to be on YouTube, and it can actually get you in a lot of trouble. YouTube's doing all sorts of funky things. Well, YouTube's been a bloody YouTube. As RT Game would have you so like, the problem is that even the staff that work at YouTube don't even understand what the hell's going on. And like, when your staff don't know how to actually moderate your own like product, you've not got a great show of stuff there. Sure. Yeah, saw that. I fucking loved that. I think that's really, really gorgeous to like create, because it's an interesting test. It's because it's in one or two situations occur. It's either YouTube allows it, which means that they're weirdly subjective and selective about their things, and it shows how hypocritical they are, or they ban it and then they have to ban their entire website. Like, neither of those options are good for them, so it puts them in a really fucking shit spot. Which just goes to show YouTube's being a YouTube. Making the baseline. Yeah, well, it's because there's so many... Like, okay. I'm going to point out, right? I'm going to pull up... Is this safe to show? Yes, that's just the URL stuff. Okay, I'm going to show this. This is the stream system we've got that I'm streaming to. This is where you can see the stuff, right? I can see concurrent viewers, I can see analytics, I can see how many people have watched, I can see chat rates, I can see the stream health, all that. If I go into edit, this is something that you can do for all videos and live streams alike, everything, right? I scroll down. I have to select if it's made for kids or not. Then I have to select whether it is age restricted. Now, age restriction is a fucking nightmare. I feel horrifically bad for anyone that has to deal with this. Because in some countries, to get the restriction away from 18, you know what they need to do? They need to submit their fucking ID to YouTube. Because it is a government requirement. As well as you can see here, so it's not shown in certain cases on YouTube, and the videos are limited or no ads monetization. What would be smarter is kind of what you're talking about with the trying to make the baseline for YouTube family friendly and advertiser friendly. There needs to be tiers. What would be smarter is going like, okay, let's get advertisers for this. Let's get advertisers for this. Are they willing to deal with this? Tick this box. Yes, cool. They're okay with being above this age, like this. Then there's no problem. Make conditional ads. Don't make absolute yes or no ads. That would be the better option. Okay, that's my rant. But no, that would be the smart thing to do, so YouTube's not going to do that. again, like, we could go into the fact that, like, this is how you actually kill a platform. You could just watch fucking Netflix for how to watch really kill a platform, but this is how you do kill out your platform and kill out your creators, choke them by choking them out. It would be better to facilitate all types of groups, which was what originally YouTube's purpose was to be a place where everyone could come to create content. And whatever that content appeared to be was what it was. Don't we all miss those days? No, okay. To be fair, there are some limitations that they've added. Because, fun fact, you want to know when the exact moment YouTube started actually caring a lot about this stuff and started getting really, really intense about it? When they found out that terrorist organizations were using this platform to spread propaganda. And those videos were monetized. Surprisingly enough, advertisers were not happy. So then ad restrictions started occurring. And limitations on content. And the problem is, ever since then, they've been in a spiraling loop where they constantly restrict more and more things, and they leave it ambiguous as hell, which leads to what happened with RT, where genuinely there's no clarity. And the fact that they can now apparently retroactively go back through your videos and tag them is really fucked up, because that means that there is no safety for any of the content you may make. You may get banned all of a sudden for videos that you made in the past. That were in compliance with rules back then. It's just really, really scummy, and I just feel really, really bad about it. But also at the same time, for streaming like this, there is no better option than YouTube for me. Because Twitch is a fucking worse nightmare, as well as trying to get any traction over on Twitch is impossible unless you already have a following on something like YouTube. So why not just go stream on YouTube instead? Again, I don't want to be too overly negative and stuff like that about all of this, but it is just really depressing to see these actions being taken. Maybe we'll just ask Elon Musk to buy YouTube as well. Then we'll be good. Because that went so well for Twitter, right? I don't even like Twitter. I just use it as an advertisement point for this this channel as well. And like, I post stuff over there just to give there a reason to go to the channel, to Twitter, not just for finding out when I stream. This is kind of late, but it's still probably worth it. But yeah, like going over on Twitter, you'll see like the art that I do for the game that I'm making and general like clips and videos from the game that I'm making. Like, I'm not that kind of social butterfly bullshittery that loves going on Twitter and talking about everything that's happening in my life, because God knows I do not have that interesting of a life. Like, I really don't. My Twitter account to find news about HoloCure updates. Yeah, I honestly fucking... I originally did have another Twitter account that was kind of that sort of thing, where it's like I had only subscribed to things that would tell me news about things I would find relevant. And same with Facebook as well. In fact, the Facebook I have now is that Facebook, but it is now being used for like links for Messenger, so now I can talk with people that would prefer to talk to me via Messenger than like something like Discord. Like, I don't like social media that much. I've had a lot of negative experiences with it. I've seen a lot of negative experiences with it as well. It's not a great atmosphere. I can't say I'm all that excited about if I ever have kids, letting them onto social media platforms. I'm telling you now, unless there's a change, they're not going on TikTok. Not until they're like 16 and own their own phone. First social media you were given when you were young. I'll be fair, social media didn't exist when I was young at all, and okay, no, correction. Forums existed that were basically what we used as social media. No, Facebook was a fair bit more later on, and early Facebook was 8. I have TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I don't have Snapchat. I think I downloaded Snapchat once because I wanted to use one of its filters to see how funny it would be. Like one of the like face changing filters, and then I literally just didn't take a photo of it. I just opened it up with that filter, and then after I had a giggle or two, I deleted it. Don't get me wrong, I see a lot of memes, like the meme compilation videos that I might watch, like a lot of them come from TikTok and such. So it is like, if I curated what I looked at on there, maybe, but like I don't have the time to sit there with more shit like that, I'm gonna be honest. I already have a fucking long enough list of things to watch in my own time. That's why those meme compilation videos are just useful on YouTube. That means that like I can just put that on to the TV when we're all there for dinner. Like everyone in the house is together for dinner and I just don't feel like watching something substantial. Which I think is kind of how I see the purpose of them personally. Alright, that makes me a lot stronger. Snapchat nor Instagram. Oh yeah, that's right, Instagram. Mainly it was Facebook in the past. Now I mostly communicate over Discord, sometimes Messenger still, but of course YouTube, yeah. Like, I think that's what a lot of people kind of the like millennial and down generation do. It's either that or Reddit, I guess. Barely touch Twitter and Steam, yeah. I honestly don't blame you for that. Fuck, look, I still remember the point in time where, like, to play games and shit like that, it was Skype calls. Skype calls or, oh, what was that other program that we used? The one you had to fucking host a server for. I used to do raid wells on that one all the bloody time. I can't fucking remember. It was basically like voice channel version of Discord at the time. It was the best you had. Was it? No. There's something different. I'd have to look it up probably at this point. This is TeamSpeak. TeamSpeak was what it was called. Zoom didn't exist back then. Again, it was either Skype or TeamSpeak. That's what we used. Well, Zoom may have existed, but nobody used it. No, it was TeamSpeak. You had to manually host your own servers for it. It's again, like, imagine you took Discord, you only had the voice channels of Discord, but the difference was when you made a server, you had to physically make it as well. It was a nightmare. Because someone's power would go out, which they're the one that's fucking hosting the goddamn server, and you're like, cool. Guess we're not doing raiding tonight. Yeah, no, those were very different times. But I remember because, like, when Discord was in its, like, I think beta stage was when I joined. And God, it was a fucking nightmare to get working, some of the stuff, but it just was better. It worked out, it was better. So I made a server with me and the friends I had at the time. And we'd play like League and shit like that. And like these were friends from high school sort of thing. So not good friends. Mostly did Minecraft or Game Maker or siblings or mini clip games, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oops, I actually wanted to add that one. Never mind. Guess I'm doing this one instead. Might as well at this point. I mean, I still remember the exact moment Minecraft started gaining popularity with like the Yogscar stuff. God, that was so much fun. What a fucking wild time to be on the internet. having friends during school. I spend the time doing school procrastinating or napping. See, joke's on you, I never fucking slept, so I was pretty set. That's not a good thing, by the way. Don't take that as a... It was really bad. I genuinely used to sleep like during those times in early work times for me coming out of like when I left high school. I would sleep like maybe 3 hours a week probably. So don't do what I did, kids. Be better. And my diet pretty much consisted of like alcohol and whatever I could find for cheap. Good times, good times. And after I finish lunch, I would occasionally nap in class because I was working at the time as well, so like it was one of the only valid times I really had for it. But no, I was really bad for that. And now I'm paying for it in fucking spades. Good damn repercussions, am I right? Oh, would you look at that? It's the repercussions for my actions. I wasn't expecting you. Never did alcohol, never caught my fancy. That's good. I can't say the same personally. To be fair though, I don't get drunk. There's a reason why I am very particular about what I drink. With poor sleep and stress from school. I experienced sleep paralysis a lot during high school. Haven't encountered demons though. Does happen, yeah. No, I barely slept, which was just not healthy. I was just running off youthful bullshittery that you can get away with for a long time. And then I couldn't. Good God, that's a lot of fucking lava on the ground. I think it's about time we test out this on these guys. Go, my ginormous cat, go. Wow, you did fucking nothing. Oh, angry small army coming to ground pound my mom. Oh, this stream's been quite a fucking all over the place one. Talking about random fucking media, talking about fucking demons from the past. Giving a bit of inspiration randomly here and there as well. Yeah, numbing. We're getting tipsy. Didn't really captivate me. If anything, it deters you. Appreciate being sober, but it's less complicated to track. Yeah. Oh, look, again, I stand by, alcohol's not for everyone. I'm just very, since I don't get pretty much any side effects from it, I just have it as something that's a very nice drink. That's why I'm very, I stick to whiskeys and such, and more of that harder liquor. Like, the amount that would be required to even get me probably tipsy would put me in hospital first. So, you know, go me, I guess. Alright, 50% done with these achievements. Couch potato will be interesting. I think I know who I'm gonna do for that. That's an easy one. That's an easy one. Yeah, I should do that at some point. That one, I'm gonna have to reset the thing if I remember correctly. That's just, there's no other way to do it. I mean, that one I'm gonna do if I do a long run. Level up 5 times in a row in 1 second. That one, I know exactly how to do that because that's what I would do in farming prior to this update, and watch the TV for 10 seconds. Yeah, there's only some simple ones. Fine with root beer and water with fruit punch flavoring, although sometimes carbonated beverages don't sit well with... Yeah, that's fair. Look, I mean, I fucking hate carbonated stuff. I can't stand sugary things that much because I'm a very bitter person, but I don't like sugar. I know. Feel like I'm definitely in the weird spot for that. Alright. Oh, well, we've hit our timer though. I need to stretch. Good lord, I've not stretched that properly this entire time. Because I didn't want to with my back. It's feeling a bit better now though. Been sitting a bit more properly. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to cut it here. Well, I say cut it here. This is when we'd normally be finishing, so yes, I'm gonna stop here. Because I do have a few things I need to sort out, and then I've got my orientation thing. You prefer savory over sweet too. I wouldn't even say I prefer savory over sweet. I just really dislike sweet things. Why can't Halloween hand out bacon? Fuck yeah. Dude, I'd be up for that. Give me a fucking English breakfast anytime. No. Hell yeah. I'll be fat as fuck by the time I get to the end of the road though. Alright. With that being the case though, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like or a comment on the video. It helps the video out a lot, because it helps it with the algorithm. It also helps you find videos in the future from my content, because it tells YouTube you like it, and YouTube's algorithm is a piece of YouTube. So probably best to help it out wherever it can. You can also consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell to find out when I go live or post content, or follow me over on Twitter, where I'm going to where I post when I'm going to go live, as well as some of my thoughts, feelings, and teasers for the stuff I'm working on. It's a really, really good thing. Good luck with the dissertation. Thank you, thank you. It'll hopefully all will go well, as well as I've got some fucking other work that I need to do next week, which is going to be really fun. Because I've got work and then I've got study starting. So, yay! I love making myself excessively busy because I don't know how to fucking handle pacing stuff sometimes, I swear. Nah, I like being busy. Anyway, I don't think there's anything really to talk about. I guess I should talk about why it wasn't Star Wars today. I really wanted to play more HoloCure. Star Wars is technically finished. I just have post-game to do, so I might do that on Friday. Oh god, actually use my Twitter account? No way, fair enough. I do not blame you at all for that. I mean, you could go over there and have a look at like some of the fucking shite that I'm posting. Could always do that. Don't even have to follow, you could just go have a look. Oh, but I had a lot of fun actually over the weekend making the YouTube short based on the trumpet thing from the stream of the update. That was fucking so stupid. I loved that a lot. But anyway, I think that's everything to talk about. So, With that being the case, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.